All right, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, and Kakwadash, giving double honors to the apostles and elders of great millstone. Shalom to the hopefully elect. Shalom to all the brothers out here laboring in this truth with sincerity. Shalom to the few sisters that watch. All right, shalom, shalom. Got a real quick lesson. Just going into these mass shootings, man. Right now, you got the one that says at least 4 killed, 8 others wounded after shooting and fire at Michigan church. Then you got one right here, Southport mass shooting suspect identified as Nigel Edge after deadly North Carolina attack. And then you look at the guy, that's him right there. So, man, Edomites are losing it, man. Right here it says number of mass shootings in the United States between 1982 and August 2025 by shooters' race and ethnicity. And you see who at the top of the list, man. These people want to make the Israelites, Jake, out to be the face of violence, when clearly, throughout history, history shows who's the face of violence, man. History shows. These people, man, that's all they know, and it goes on. What's this? I don't even know what this is. I guess that's him. That's the Nigel guy. But mass shooting, gun violence, man. That's this man's MO. So let's go for something else I wanted to get. But let's go to the scriptures. This book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 8. And we're going to drop down to verse 11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the hearts of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. So, all throughout history, this man has perpetuated violence, murder, rape, robbery, all throughout history, man. All throughout the time that they came back in power, man. And, they feel like they've escaped the sentence, which that's wrong. The Lord is going to pay these people back. We see the curses being reversed all throughout the internet. You see these people crying on the internet about how they can't feed their families, losing jobs. And now, it's a boom in these mass shootings. Every week is something. You got, last week or 2 weeks ago, you had the Captain Kirk situation. And now it's just a snowball effect, man. These people, when it comes to pressure, they can't really handle it, man. So they lash out. And we're seeing that take place now. Verse 12, it says, though a sinner do evil 100 times and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear Yahweh Shem Shai, which fear before him. So, hey, you got to fear the Lord, man. And these people don't fear the Lord. 2/3 of our people don't fear the Lord, as well as, Esau Edom is so far away from the Lord. He's profane, to the point where he's profane. He has absolutely no clue of how to serve the Lord. So verse 13, it says, but it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before Yahweh Shem Shai. So ultimately, the Lord is going to pay these people back. And we see these curses being reversed, man. We see the curses coming down upon these people. All you got to do is just turn the TV on, man. Turn on some news channel, man. Hey, and you see the violence being displayed. Let's see. We'll go. We'll get one more. We'll go to the book of Amos, chapter 1. Let's see. We'll go to verse 11. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword, and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever." So this is mainly why the Lord is doing these things to these people, man. Reversing these curses because of the hatred that he has for his brother Jacob and the Israelites, the Israelites. So let's see, we'll get this in the NLT. It says, "This is what the Lord Yahweh says. The people of Edom have sinned again and again, and I will not let them go unpunished." So this man think he's going to get away scot-free for all the rape, rob, murder that he's done throughout the earth. And the Lord says, no, you're going to get paid back. It says, "They chased down their relatives, the Israelites, with the swords, showing them no mercy." This man has been killing us, hanging us from trees, feeding us to alligators, cooking you up for evening meals, making you work sun up to sundown, no rest, So this man has to be paid back. It says, "In their rage, they slashed them continually and were unrelenting in their anger." Let's see, verse 12. It says, "So I will send down fire on Teman, and the fortresses of Basra will be destroyed." So ultimately, this place is going to be destroyed. So let's go into this word Teman, which we know it all goes back to Esau, Edom. Teman is a region occupied by the descendants of Esau east of Idumea. Let's see. The tribe descended from one noted from the wisdom of his people. Well, it goes back to Esau, Edom. You go into Idumea, that's the Greek way of saying Edom. And we know, of course, Basra, that's a region in Edom also. See, a town in Edom. So it all goes back to Esau, Edom, so-called white man. Whether you believe it or not, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, we believe these things to be true. All the way from the elder apostle Tahar, all the way down, man. And these things are coming to pass. The curses are being reversed, and we see this man's kingdom crumbling right before his eyes and right before our eyes, and we love it. So with that being said, I want to constantly give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Rekakwadash, Shalom.